all. And I'm just waiting for the live session to start, and then I will probably start the session. Okay, I think we are live. I see a live button here. So yes. Okay, Mahesh has confirmed. Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining this morning for the diploma orientation. So I hope all of you have actually attended the course orientation. So that is something different where they would have talked about every single course and what we do in that particular course and so on. This, what I will be doing today is a generic orientation in some sense of diploma, the points to keep in mind and what you have to watch out for, what you have to kind of maybe keep tabs on, what we also kind of monitor from our side. Those are the things I would like to talk about today. Those of you having any portal issues, I think from the team, Sindhuja is here. You can see her name as Sindhuja Pod. You can probably ping saying if you have any portal issues, you can probably ping her. I think there are some that we are still sorting out. The team tells me that they have given access to everything. It is there. Maybe some courses that are swapped. I think we are still checking from our side. And yeah, so any of you having portal issues or any course issues, if you've already sent a mail to support, just kind of alert Sindhuja on this in the chat box here. I think she will make note of it and take it from there. Okay. Yes, Tilvani, you can ask questions at the end. Definitely, that's the whole intent of this particular session. In fact, me talking is not a good idea too much, but still I'll walk you all through whatever I have for now. Okay, let me start presenting my screen. Okay, hope the screen is visible and I've gone full screen here. Like the normal, I will just run through some of the data that we have first. This is the regular program structure. All of you must have seen it 100 times so far, so I'm not going to go through it. Any changes in this? Not really. BS level got added, but that was the last year change, so nothing much here. And in terms of numbers that we are seeing, the total applications received so far for the foundation diploma degree, that kind of a pathway is 1,30,000, close to it. There is some discrepancy here, I think, in terms of number of students who qualified. I think they've not added JE. I was just working with the team, but it's not updated. But you can look at it roughly from this. Don't take it that these are the final numbers. I think we'll have to change it from our side. The number of students who have qualified is some 30,000, who have started the program is 27,000, and currently active is about 20,000. Along with another 2,000 who are doing the projects alone is what I'm told. So it's about 22,000 students currently in the program. Foundation takes up about 68% of the total student crowd for the September term. Diploma is about 30%. And degree is still a very small fraction. Students are moving slowly into the degree level. And number of applications received for the September term is about 10,000 roughly this time. These are the regular gender splits and state-wise split, category-wise split that we have been showing, tracking from our side. I leave it on the YouTube channel because this will anyway be there. You can go through these numbers. But in general, I think we have been keeping all categories, be it whatever we take as the diversity metric or the profile metric. I think we have been seeing the same. It's not like a huge jump in any way. Of course, in the May term, we got 22,000 applications. This time, we're on 10,000 applications. So that's a change that you see. But fraction-wise, proportion-wise, I think it is the same that we have. Courses this term, all of you must be knowing this. This is the programming diploma structure where you have 6 courses, 2 projects, and the prerequisites, co-requisites are given for the various courses. This is normally important when you plan your pathway in the diploma, saying which you want to do first, which you want to do together. What is your prior knowledge in any particular course when you want to kind of adopt a course? For instance, say you're a BTech CS student and you already been doing maybe some DBMS, some coding and all. You can actually do DBMS along with AppDev 1 and maybe even the project, because you do have a background on it. But if you're a fresh student who comes from a non-programming, non-coding background, I would really say think about it, because even DBMS will be new to you, AppDev will be new to you, and piling on too many subjects that kind of you don't have a background on might be very difficult for you. So that could be something that you think of here. Otherwise, this is the structure of the diploma in programming. This is diploma in data science. Again, same thing here. If you are very strong in maths, MLF, MLT can go together. MLT does not have any active programming component, though it is taught in the course. It has a lot of techniques that are being discussed, and later on we run workshops nowadays for the actual coding part of it. But again, if you have no background on, say, the computer science side, the Python was not one of your strong points in the foundation level. Stats 2 and maths 2, you did struggle through it. I would really say take MLF separately, right? So take MLF separately, do BDM. That is the way that I would structure it, and then do MLT, do that in one term, then do MLP, do that in one term, and kind of go ahead. The business data courses that are here, BDM and BA, of course, they are more generic in some sense. It's more like maybe what you would read in the newspapers about businesses, about economy, about the different verticals and so on. So that is there. But of course, there is math in these two. The assignments are all some math based, but it's more like the business sense of the data, or looking at data from the business perspective. So it's a very different course in that sense. So you can couple that with an MLF or something like that. I would say probably those would go together. And for tools and data science, definitely kind of maybe even do MLT before you do it. That's a recommendation we've been getting from students. We put MLF as a requirement because we wanted to kind of allow students to do the diploma in 2 terms. If we put MLT, then kind of it became more restrictive. But then what students' feedback came was, if you do an MLP with TDS or even an MLT with a TDS, it's much better. And MLF might be very basic for you to do a TDS course initially itself, but this is here. A couple of points about the projects I would really like to emphasize. So every term, about say 1,000 students register to AppDev 1, AppDev 2, MLP, and so on. Each of these has a project component associated with it. But the number of people who are finishing the projects is only around 30 to 40% of that. So over the last 3 terms, we've actually seen that 60% in each of these courses completing the theory, but not really doing the project. And the project part of these students is actually piling up. That's why if you see the number of students registered for projects with us is around 2,000 or 2,200, only projects, not the theory courses. So this is because they have not done the projects along with the theory, or in subsequent terms, they've kind of pushed it and they've kept it. They've been completing the theory courses, not concentrating, and then they come to the projects part. A couple of feedbacks we are receiving. If the gap between the theory course and the project course is, say, 1 or 2 terms, students are tending to forget the theory, and it becomes a bigger blocker for them to start the project, and kind of go about it, because they say we have to brush up the theory, read up on more things, start working on it, implementing. You kind of lose that rhythm with, either the AppDev 1 or the AppDev 2, as opposed to when you've done the theory course, or maybe just immediately after doing the theory course, if you work on the project. So the farther away your project term is from the theory course, the more inertia students have in doing the project, and they keep procrastinating. So our pile up, if you see, right, if I can visualize it, sometimes the way I do, there's a huge mountain of students there who have finished all the theory courses. They are not completing the project courses, and hence not moving to the degree level. There are many of them like this who are just sitting on their project. So one of the things I will really urge this entire group to do is do your projects along with the theory if you can manage it. Okay, of course, think about your workload, think about the time availability you have, and also your background experience in doing a project with the theory course. For instance, say again, you're a fresh coder, you've never ever done coding in your life. There's a first program where you're doing coding. I would really not be sure if AppDev 1 project can be done with AppDev 1 theory, because you have to understand the theory, assimilate it, and then kind of go down into implementing it. But I would really say make an attempt to at least try it, right? Don't just say I can't do it and go, but start implementing at least 1 or 2 features, 3 features. If there are a total of 10 or 15 features, start progressing on the project at least, and start implementing it as part of the theory course, along with the theory course, as you have time. I think that is the most important. One of the things, if you've read the grading document, is we are trying to see how we can kind of incentivize students to finish their projects a bit quicker. So what we've done is, if you do the projects in the same term as the theory, you will be graded against 120 marks in your project, all components put together. We'll scale it up to 120, cap it at 100, and then give you your grades so that you have a better chance at grade. It's just an incentivizing mechanism that we are trying from our side to see if students will pick it up. If you do it in the subsequent terms, I think same term and the subsequent term, we are doing 120, and thereafter it is going to be 100. So we are hoping many more of you kind of take up the projects, even if not for the incentive, but I would say just to keep that, freshness of the theory in your mind and apply it to the projects. There are 4 projects. BDM, in fact, has a 4-stage process. I don't know how many of you are already in the BDM project or you've completed it or something like that, but BDM is a 4-stage project. There is a proposal, there is a midterm report, there's an end-term report, there's a viva, and you can do each of these stages only in 1 month. So this month, if you do proposal, you can do midterm next month. The month after that is the end-term report, and thereafter we schedule vivas. Okay, so the timeline itself says it's a 3-month kind of a work. So you have to really start proposals at least 60-70% only pass, 30% gets rejected for the kind of business you're taking and the problem that you're identifying. So I see students come back with a proposal the next time, and so on. So it's not like in the first stage, everything is going to get passed for you in the BDM project. That is something about the BDM where at least put aside 4 months for doing the BDM project. And with respect to ABDA 1, ABDA 2, I would also like to iterate, which it was a very nice insight that students gave us. They said a lot of students think that a project is a 3-day work. They can sit on it, they can finish it in 3 days, do kind of the minimal job and pass it on for the vetting and the viva process. There were a couple of students who told us, next time you do the orientation, please tell them this. The main theory course is 4 credits. They go through 12 weeks of content. They do 2 quizzes, programming exams, final exam, and then they get 4 credits. So if we are awarding 2 credits to a project, it should be at least 6 weeks worth of effort. We are just halving it there at some level. So which means that 6 weeks into per week, if you say 10 hours, we are looking at least a minimum of 60 to 70 or even 100, 150 hours. If you have to read up on something, you have to do more work on it and so on. So it is not like you can sit 3 or 4 days for maybe 3 hours and finish your projects. It's going to be a really, really shoddy job that you're going to do. And when it comes to the first level check of the project ABDA 1, ABDA 2, many of them are getting rejected. The level 1 itself is getting rejected, and we are saying, go back, do your project and come again. So you're literally losing a term there. We just concluded a run of projects. I have all the data there. We just went and scrutinized all the data. There is a lot of students who have done it last minute, and we have pushed them back saying, it is not up to the mark. Please go back to your project and come. Okay, that is for ABDA 1 and ABDA 2. In MLP, there are at least 3 techniques minimum we are insisting on that you have to go through and cross the cutoff that is required for that particular Kaggle contest and data set that we have put out. Again, students are randomly putting in techniques, not understanding why some technique will work, why some technique will not work, what is the technique I should not even try out because it does not suit this data set. There is absolutely no analysis or logical reasoning in the way that students are handling the project. So MLP is again something where we are saying, try to understand why you're applying certain techniques, why you shouldn't apply certain techniques, and then come. Randomly crossing the cutoff in 3 techniques, and then when you go to the Viva examiner, right, and they ask you questions, there is no background on how they are able to explain it. And the Vivas are based on the theory content also. So it's not just about your project. You do a demo of your project. We have given rubrics for the examiners to do, and after that, the examiner can ask you anything about the theory. In fact, the entire diploma, all the courses, and also about your project. So that's the way it's there. I really want to emphasize projects again and again. How many other times we say this, it's not going to be enough. But please work on your projects as soon as you can once you start your theory courses, okay? Depending on your time availability, depending on your background experience in these programming or the data science domain. Of course, it is your decision to make whether you can manage both or you want to study the theory and then come to it. But do not postpone, procrastinate doing of projects because it really is not helping the students and it just piles up. And the blocker to get into degree level is the projects finally. That's what we are seeing here. Some of students are finishing theory, but not the projects. We are also having mentors for projects this time, student mentors. We are enabling one-on-one sessions with them if you need support. We have put it on your dashboard. You can see that a lot of questions came up on why am I seeing additional payments on the dashboard. So one of the things that we are trying this time is for students who require support in theory courses, be it the DBMS, that mandatory component that we have in the online proctored exam, programming exam, connection of the database to the application. So that one is what many are failing in, and they're getting a repeat OPP. So if they want to learn it properly, they want to get practice, probably a mentor is somebody that they would require. So we are doing tutoring sessions 1:10 basis throughout the term for courses. We are enabling that. So we are saying 5 hours per week, 12 weeks, we will give you a personalized tutor on a 1:10 ratio of tutor to students thing, and you can avail their support through the term. If you think that the live sessions that the instructors and TAs do is not enough, discourse is not enough, but you require somebody more to help you out, you don't have a group to study at some level, then this is what we are facilitating this time. This is from the experience we've gotten running the remedial classes, and we think that at least maybe a section that requires this help, we are going to do it for them. So if you need help in PDSA, if you need help in DBMS, if you need help in MLP, that is one set on the theory side. For projects also, we saw that many of them took the help of student mentors, and they were able to clarify some blockers that they had in the project. So we are going to enable mentor support for the projects one-on-one basis through this term. So that is something that we are trying. Again, you can book their time and you can do a one-on-one to either check your code or give you the tips on where to start. Some of them are lost even on where to start. So maybe walk you through where to start, go through the code if there are blockers and so on. So that is something that we are enabling. Again, senior students who have done wonderful projects are going to be the mentors for these kind of sessions. So this is about the project, but otherwise the courses are all listed here. One thing again I'd like to say is the MLT has a workshop in every term that we're running by the MLT instructors. This is more like the hands-on coding component of the techniques. And this is, I would say, important for maybe most of you to do it because this is a very important skill and something that will differentiate you from the crowd. Most students will not do this because they will all focus on the libraries to be used and just running the various models and techniques using libraries, but not the actual implementation. But if you do the MLT workshop, it also teaches you to go down one level below it and kind of work on the libraries, especially, I mean, think of it like you're actually developing a new algorithm, maybe or a new library, maybe or a new technique, maybe at that level is what this kind of addresses it. And I would strongly suggest once you do the MLT course, please enroll to the workshop that happens every term break following it and go through this also. It will be a good add-on for you all in your resume and when you go in for your internships or anywhere else. Grading pattern, I think by now you all should be familiar about the grading document and whatever we put in there is formula, the assessment components. Typically, this is what we have: 2 quizzes, programming exams as applicable, end-term exam that is there, CCC score for all of you, and bonus marks depending on the nature of the course that is there. One thing to keep in mind, the BDM, if you all have had seniors tell you that there were 5 assignments initially, then 4 assignments, out of which best 3 would be taken for certain marks. There used to be 1 quiz for the BDM. The BDM pattern has completely changed this time. We have removed the in-center quizzes. There are going to be assignments for the 11 weeks, weeks 1 to 11, and the assignment will have individual data set for every single student. And there'll be questions that you work on and you have to submit. And this 11 assignments we take out 7 assignments mark, and that contributes to 70% of your final course marks. Okay, 30% is coming for the final exam marks, but 70% is going to come from these 11 assignments that you do week on week in the BDM course with data set that is customized and unique to every single student. So this is again based on feedback that we've been getting. Weeks 1 to 4 content has been changed completely. It is revamped, re-recorded, and you'll be seeing new content in the BDM course this time. Yeah, this I think we just spoke about. The Vivas are different. The project courses have come out of the theory courses. And we are saying that projects need to be completed in the same term or the next term. Incentivizing has happened. And thereafter, it will be only 100 marks like I spoke about. Okay. And timeline for the projects. We have shared all the timeline documents, the details about the projects and everything else in the grading document itself, problem statements have been released for AppDev 1, AppDev 2 for the last time's AppDev 1 project, and the new AppDev 2, I think, is yet to come. MLP Kaggle contest is, I think, finalized. Maybe Sindhuja can confirm if the problem statement is released. But these are the submission dates for the projects in this term. I understand it is very short, but this is the best we can do, especially for students who are going into the degree level. Okay, so this is something that you will have to keep in mind. The project submission open dates are 1st October up to November 30th that we are doing. And December 1st to 15th, we have kept an extension period, but that will be evaluated out of 100 marks. This period will be 120 marks, that will be 100 marks. And MLP, BDM also have been given here, so you can go through that. Quiz and exam dates this time, 29th October, 3rd December, 24th December. These are the dates. OPP is 18, 19 November, 10, 17 December. So check for whichever course you're registered to, what are the assessment components and the dates corresponding to that. All of you know this. This is what we typically do here. But slowly in the diploma level, some courses may not have practice assignments, activity questions, and so on. The other things will be there. Live sessions are definitely there, and the forum is very active, I think, in these courses. I'm going to skip this also. So this is something that now that you have come to the diploma level, probably you should start working on very, very seriously. See how do you build your resume in the 1 year that you're in the diploma level, or 1.5 years, how many ever terms you take. You have to start focusing on your resume, okay? Building your resume, doing all the extra activities, additional activities that are required for strengthening your resume at some level. That is something that you have to start doing. Maybe create a website or a Google site or something to showcase your profile, showcase the activities you do, your achievements you do, so that you can use it as a reference in your resume if you want people to know more about you. Definitely have a LinkedIn profile. That is something that is important. Start making connections, start following people there so that there is a presence there. And English communication, if you all have communication issues, I think this is the time and period to focus on it too. Strengthen your communication skills, strengthen your written, spoken, comprehension, communication skills, especially English, because most interviews will happen in English unless you go to small businesses that are very local. So that is something that you have to be very clear and focus on in the next 3 or 4 terms of your diploma, so that when you go in for internships or you go in for the first job, you're ready for it. I would say attend the live sessions, which are very, very, interesting. They talk about current technology or research. Most times, I think it is once a week or maybe once in 2 weeks that there are people from the industry that are coming and giving talks. Participate in those, interact with them, ask the questions. You will gain and learn something at least from each of these sessions. It will not be a waste of time. It will definitely be an add-on for you to know something more about that particular topic. And participate in hackathons, competitions, whatever is coming your way, so that you can showcase it as an achievement, or at least it will be an experience, even if you don't win those. Okay. Important for diploma, practice coding, like I said, in DBMS, Java, PDSA courses. Okay. Don't go through the theory alone. These have OPPs, and the OPP passing is mandatory for the courses, of course, except PDSA. But we are seeing higher failures in OPP. People tend to pass the theory course, but the OPP is where they're getting stuck and they come back the next term to do the repeat OPP. From day 1 of the course start going through the coding part. Spend time in coding and doing the programs yourself. Sit and debug your programs if you get stuck. That is most important skill, I think, that you should know how to debug, where you made a mistake, and not just ask your friend, hey, what's wrong here? He'll say something, you'll put it in, and that solves the problem, but it doesn't really help you to learn. So there is something that you have to do. Avoid malpractice in projects in the OPPs also. That is something that is very, very important. We are seeing a lot of malpractice happen. Punishments have been very severe. We had a disciplinary committee. In fact, one student has been banned for 2 terms of registration from the program itself. He has been not rusticated and removed, but there is a 2-term ban on registration for doing something which was totally unethical. So punishments have been U grade in a subject, U grade in all subjects, and it has also resulted in a ban for a student for 2 terms. So do not take malpractice lightly. Do not think that if you get away with it, you have achieved something. Do not believe your friends, students, anybody else in the program who says, you know what, I cheated and I got away with it, and you really don't have to study. This is the way to do it. Even if you get away in this with the OPPs or the exams by cheating, when you go for an interview, you're going to fail there, because there, I'm assuming you can't cheat when you're going in person to a company and somebody's asking you questions. You really have to answer there. Somewhere you will get caught in life. I think that's something that all of you have to remember. Avoid malpractice. Make the projects your flagship showcase. So every term, we also give away certificates for the best projects that have been done. And I think that is a really good value add on your resume, to say that amongst 500 students who did projects, maybe the top 10, top 15, you're in that and you got a best project award. So that's something that you want to do. And full-time students, a recommendation would be start internships after the foundation level. You already know Python, you know a bit of math stats. Any small internship, I think, should be possible for you all. Otherwise, even as you are in the diploma, try to do something where you go to a company, to a small business, to maybe a research group, I don't know, wherever the place is, but start interning with them, because you need LORs and letters of support if you're planning to go in for higher education after that. So full-time students do some things more as a part of people doing another degree or working alongside this program. Okay. And some recommendations from our side, we have a list of NPTEL courses that you can do. We would definitely say do CC++ and courses from NPTEL, because the industry still uses a large part of C and C++, though we do not teach it in the program. C programming, of course, is coming in the degree level. You can do it when you come to the degree level. But before that, if you want to get an insight, these are probably courses you can do. Cloud computing is a very nice course from NPTEL. That is something, again, we would recommend that you do as part of your NPTEL courses. Be a part of Paradox if you're a full-time student with IIT MBS, because that also gives you organizing skills and kind of gives a different flavor to your resume, apart from just the courses that you've done. So full-time students, I would definitely urge, be a part of Paradox, be a volunteer there, be a organizer for an event there. Try to climb up the ladder, become an organizer for the entire Paradox event also. This is something that you can do. Student life outside academics, I'm not going to emphasize this. I think all of you know much about this, having been in the foundation level and coming here. So I mean, not expecting that students, so I will just skip all of it. These are the dashboards, you know, where to track your documents, where things are. We are updating the student handbook. We'll get it done and we'll also share it with you. Malpractice is already there, so you can see the malpractice documents that have happened. Web etiquette, cyberbullying, these are standard things from our side that we say we will not definitely tolerate, which is sexual harassment, cyberbullying. Maintaining web etiquette is very important on your side, and academic and non-academic misconduct has serious consequences when you do it and you're caught, and we are able to put you onto the disciplinary committee. Okay, so this is the long and short of the diploma level. Otherwise, most of it, I think you all know, having been in the foundation. I'm not going to emphasize more about this. I think let's make it more of a discussion where you can ask your questions and then we can take it from there. Okay.
Ma'am, can we complete diploma in 3 terms only?
Yes, you can. There are many students who have completed diploma in 3 terms. You'll have to do 4 theory courses every term and also manage your project. So only if you're a full-time student with having at least, I would say, 60 hours per week of time, 60 to 70 even, you can do it. So there's a pathway given in your grading document. Check that, where you can finish both diplomas in 3 terms. But don't do it unless you're a full-time student and you can slog it out for the 3 terms and do everything possible to get good grades. Don't also scrape through with D grades and E grades. It really does not help you to say, I'm an IIT Madras student and with CGPA of 5.5 or 5.8, the grades that you get must be an S grade, A grade. At least aim for it and kind of be there. That is what we will say in this program. So spend time to learn your concepts and fundamentals really, really well. 3 terms is possible though, technically, yes.
Ma'am, actually, in grading document, shortest path is given 4 terms.
Is that the minimum that's given?
It is not written minimum, but the only starting pathway given 4 terms.
Okay, 4, 5, 6, is it?
Yes, ma'am. And I was confused with that. I was thinking to take one more courses in this term, but due to that, I think project
check the
is also
prerequisites and all, no? Check the prerequisites. Ideally, it should be possible because we had done it for the diplomas also in that way. Check the prerequisites. 4 is what we recommend. Like I'm saying, I mean, if you ask me, should I complete it? I will definitely say no. I will take 6 terms to do it well and, understand everything well. but you should be able to do it in 3 terms too. Cramming everything, that should be okay, I guess.
Okay, ma'am.
Because
Means
the
project is
projects
not
come
counted towards
not
CCC. Oh,
exactly. It's not counted towards CCC, so you can do it outside of it.
okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Right? Yeah. Yeah, Tilvani.
Hello, ma'am. Good
Hi.
morning.
Good morning.
Ma'am, my question was, I have taken this time, I have taken the SC repeat OPE as a subject, as a course. So my question was, we are not allowed to submit the assignments, right, in this term, because we have already done that in our previous term work. And
You can submit the assignments, but we will not count the assignment marks towards the grading pattern, because your grading pattern will follow whatever was there in the previous term. So
terms.
typically, even when we make a change in the grading policy, it will not impact these repeat OPP or I grade students, because we will apply the grading pattern for you all from the previous term. So we'll enroll you to the course. You can go through the assignments, you can practice on it, but the marks will not be taken from the current course for you.
Okay. Only the questions for practice we can do that.
Yeah, you can keep doing it. You can keep accessing the content. Any other additional content we add in it, you can access. So we ensure that you have complete access to the course. But whatever assessment component is missing that you need to plug in to get the course grade, that alone we'll plug it back into the term when you registered, and then we take it from there.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. So one thing, Tilvani, I think maybe you should, I mean, think about yourself, but I'm just giving a suggestion. So we were running these remedials for the system commands also this time.
I am in that. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, and that, is it useful? How's the feedback for that?
Yeah, that's pretty positive, because we are trying to solve the questions on our own, and the mentor is also helping us a lot. So
yeah, so that's exactly the point I was saying. So if you need help through this also, it might be good. Or now that you've done it, I think it's enough. Maybe you should just keep practicing so that you're kind of confident when you come into the OPPs. That's all.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and the OPP dates will be similar for all students, right? Or even the repeat OPP students?
Yeah. It's the same session only. So whatever we've given in the grading document is a date for you too. The slot alone we'll be finalizing based on logistics numbers and all that, but the dates are same.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thanks. Shruta, Kirti?
Yeah, hi.
Hi.
Am I audible?
Actually,
you are. Actually, I'm facing the portal issues, but I dropped multiple mails to the support. No help from their end. I'm not sure like whom to contact and
what is the portal issue you're facing?
Actually, I have subscribed to all the courses, but it is stating like I am not subscribed to any of the courses and hence not able to access the video.
Okay, Sindhuja, can you help out here?
Can you share your email ID myself?
Sorry?
Shruta, I think she's asking you to put your email ID in the chat so that she can just check.
Actually, I'm facing these kind of technical issues from starting from this term. Is there anyone or any mail ID to whom to reach out to these technical issues?
Support only. There's no other mail ID. Depending on whatever the issue is, different teams take it up. But starting of the term means yesterday only we started the term, right?
Actually, we got a mail for the payments, right? That time also I had a similar kind of issue. But luckily, since the deadline got extended, we had Gmail. And hence, when I got over there, they gave me a Gmail link for the technique. And hence, I got it resolved. But now I can't see any such Gmail mails, like how to reach them. The mail team is not even replying back to any of my emails.
Okay, Sindhuja?
Share your email ID. I'll check.
Yeah, sure.
How many mails are pending, Sindhuja, and the support that we have to reply?
Ma'am, today we have started with 7 o'clock.
Thank you. I hope this issue could be resolved by end of today. Thank you.
So a lot of payments, I think, are pending, and they've come in last minute, like registrations that happened yesterday, day before. So I think there is some more access also pending in that sense. Reconciliation for about 70 people is pending, is what I was told, who have done the payments in the last minute. So, Vendama. So I think those are all pending from our side. So we'll look into this and we'll sort it out. But it might take 1 or 2 days, Shruta. And the playlist is anyway publicly available. You just go to YouTube and search for the playlist. I think you should be able to find out the videos for the courses you enrolled. You can start watching those, but portal access, I'm hoping, should be done max by Monday.
Okay, actually, those who made payments on 14th of September, like me, actually are facing these kind of issues.
On 14th of September, which is day 1, is it?
Yes, we made the payments on day 1. On the Technique, I could see a lot of people facing similar kind of issues like I faced.
Okay, so basically you're saying you don't have course access at all.
Yes, I could see my registered courses, but when I click onto it, it is saying like you could not access these because you are not subscribed to these courses.
Even now, is it this morning too?
Yes. So that's why I dropped nearly 3 to 4 mails, but they didn't respond. That is pretty frustrating from the student side because this is an online course, right? We don't know any point of contact.
Okay, just one more thing. September 3rd, the exams got over. We have finished scoring. We have finished score release. We have finished registration. We gave extension registration. There's an extension for projects that's happening and finishing all that. And with the team, we are doing it. So, I mean, I would really request you all to be a bit more patient with the team also when you're saying it. If you drop 1 mail, we will answer. If you drop 5 mails and our inbox becomes into 5, there is no point because we still have to respond to your mails, right? So give us some time.
I understand that. No,
yeah, we will
I'm not complaining, but the thing is, I want some confirmation, like we'll be looking into the issue. These
Definitely
kind of
we'll look into
what
it. When have we not looked into it? If you've been through us with foundation, you should know that, right?
Yes, but because for the course registration also, I dropped multiple mails, but it was a technical issue. They didn't understand from my mail that it was a technical issue. I had to join a Gmail. I think you
so
could
we were
understand
doing Gmeets, generic Gmeets and technical Gmeets to resolve all of this because there were some bugs.
I didn't know like there was a tech meet happening. That's why I'm not complaining. It's because I have to answer like whoever has paid fees for me, right? That's why I'm asking through this Zoom.
Sure, Shruta. I will look into it. Have you put your mail ID here?
Yes, I have pinged to Sindhu, guys. Thank you.
Sindhu, can we check?
I have not done it.
But yes, can we check now and reply now?
Yeah,
I would really require that.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thanks. Shruta, just be on the call so that maybe the next 10 minutes we can just check whatever it is or at least get you a Gmeet and finish it off, right?
Sure. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Harini, yes.
Ma'am, actually, I had a couple questions about the project. So I'm a first-time diploma student. So details about the app dev project were a little bit unclear to me. So could you please explain a little bit over that?
So details as in, you haven't taken app dev 1 or have you taken app dev 1 this time?
Yes, ma'am. I took 4 courses plus app dev project.
Okay, I think there'll be a project orientation this week that we'll be planning for. So they can give you the technical aspects of it on how to start off, what to do, and so on. So I wouldn't know too much beyond saying what the project overall is and how do you go about it. But if you want some technical insights, I think the coming week they are planning for some project orientation sessions.
Sure, ma'am. Ma'am, also CGPA wise, what would be like a safe limit if we want to participate in like these placements also apart from our normal degree placements?
See, there is no such thing as a safe CGPA. Currently, we have not put a cutoff that only if you have this CGPA, our team will help you for placements in some sense, which I think a lot of colleges are doing, which we are also hearing all around. We are yet to work on it because we haven't yet gotten into full-fledged placements, on our side. The batch is yet to even graduate and come to a decent number in the degree level. But I would say definitely an 8.5 and above is a very good CGPA to keep in the program, especially if you're doing another program too. And if you're a standalone student, I would say even try to keep a 9 and above if you can, because this is the only program you're doing and you really need to stand out when you're going in for certain jobs or something like that. Like Professor Andrew says, again, programming is a different beast and data science is a different kind of a skill. So again, you might want to focus on which is your area of interest, whether you want to be really good in programming and you want to showcase that as a highlight, or you want to really ace your data science and what do you want to do there. If you want to ace data science, your MLF, MLT, MLP have to be like S and A, so that you can say at least my CGPA in this diploma is really good, though your overall CGPA might be say some 8 and above or something, but your diploma in data science CGPA, if it is above 9, that will be something that you can say, I really like these subjects, I want to focus on this, I want to become a data analyst, data scientist. So look at these courses and here I've done really well. So that could be something that you do. So even in the program, you have to think about which are the courses that you really are attracted to, interested in, and kind of want to focus on, saying this might be your future career path or higher education. And at least those 10, 12 courses, you have to do really, really well. And you should be able to highlight those in your resume to say, look at this, my projects have been really good and so on. So that is something that you have to do. Maybe go in for additional Kaggle contests. Again, I'm talking from the data science side. Go in for additional Kaggle contests, do a really good business in your BDM project. That could be something that you do. On the other side, if you're going into programming, do competitions on Hacker Earth, Hacker Rank, any hackathons that are coming on the programming side. Do a nice application that you can develop and actually use. In fact, I was talking to some students in an earlier meet sometime, and apparently a couple of our students, based on the AppDev1 project, have actually productized it and given it to some schools for use and all. So they did some flashcard thing and they thought it was very relevant to schools, and they actually went to a few schools, pitched this, and they've given their project that they have done for the schools to use, which I thought was a really nice way to do something. BDM, I know of many cases where they have done such nice projects, gone back to the person giving the data with some intervention suggestions, and those have really worked, where the business has taken off after that and seen an improvement and a growth in that. So I would say focus on what you want to do, decide on what you want to do, set your goal and work around that, right? So keep that next step focus in mind when you're also studying in the program.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, also I wanted to know if we'll have future fee waivers based on CGPA. So there's a little bit of a
Not
discussion.
really. Not on
Okay.
CGPA. It will be more on economic basis only.
Okay. Yes, ma'am. Thank you so
Okay.
much, ma'am.
Thanks, Arvind.
Her
Siddhant.
issue result, ma'am. I got a confirmation from her also.
Okay, what happened? What was the issue?
Course access.
I know course access. What was the issue?
I checked with the team what happened, but now the access has been given. She sent email yesterday.
Okay, so all courses are. Shruta, can you confirm that all courses accessible? Is it?
Yes, I have checked. Thanks for the help from the team.
Okay, okay. Sindhuja, I think it might be good to run some Gmeets today if there are such issues where in 5 minutes you can resolve, rather than go through the entire mails of 1,000 that we have and go through it. Think about it anyways. Okay, Siddhant, coming to you.
Good morning, ma'am. I'm
Hey, good
Siddhant.
morning. Yeah.
Ma'am, I have some doubts with what is that remedial sessions, because I'm hearing it from first time and I
Yeah,
got
so this is something new that we are trying for this term. So basically what we had done as interventions for the Python course last year. So from last year, we've been dabbling with students who require additional teaching and mentoring support in theory subjects, right? For instance, say we have videos, we have tutorials, we have practice assignment, graded assignment, we have live sessions by instructors. And now recently we've been having teaching assistants also do office hours and so on. But there is still a section of students who is not able to learn the content properly, even with all these resources. Looks like they need a human being there to kind of, also help them out when they are stuck, and also discipline kind of them in their studies, right? To say that we'll do this every day, we'll do this at some points, and kind of be there for them. I wouldn't call it a tuition class, but you can think of it in some sense like that. So last year in 2022 September, we ran a remedials of 20 days for Python course, where we said every evening on a 1:10 ratio, we put in a senior student along with 10 students who had failed the OPP and who signed up with us. And every day for 20 days, we did 2 hours of Python programming. We increased the gradation difficulty of the programs, and we asked them to code. If they were stuck, they would share their screen. The mentors would see it. They would help them out. And in fact, after that, we ran an OPP last year, and at least 70 to 80% of them actually cleared and passed the OPP, which they had originally failed. So then we started dabbling with, putting these teaching assistants online, teaching assistants on campus, bringing office hours. But that didn't seem to work because still students don't come on a regular basis to this. So again, we were running remedials now. I don't know if you all got the emails, but for those who had kind of failed the OPPs in the May term, we ran remedials from September 3rd. We are going on up to October 1st, 4 weeks, 28 days, 2 hours each in the evening. There is a mentor again, 1:10 ratio, and students have to log in. We are giving them a set of programs and they're doing it. So this we are running for system commands, PDSA, DBMS, Python, all of these courses, we are doing that. Again, we are seeing good improvement and good feedback from the students that it is helping them. And we are hoping that they will clear the OPPs in the September term as they study. So another idea that we got is, why wait for students to probably, not do well and then we get them in the term break? If we give an extended support during the term itself, will they take it up? Will it help them? So something like what we are now trying to do is, over the period of 12 weeks, every week we'll have 5 hours of sessions where it'll be a mentor who's given to the students on a 1:10 basis. So your group size will be 10. You log into a Gmeet. There'll be a senior student there who's done well in the course and knows the subject. And there will be the set of programs that you'll be doing. So since we are doing it with the course, it could be just the practice assignment, graded assignment for that week. You can also clarify your doubts with that particular person. This is more like personalized tutoring, I would say, at some level, that we want to facilitate and see if people want to opt for it, does it work for them at some level. So 5 hours into 12 weeks, 60 hours is the support that we're looking at. And for every course, we are, I think, charging 2,000 initially, but on attending the sessions, 1,000 will get refunded. So basically, we are doing 1,000 rupees for the 60 hours of tutoring that is going to happen. So, I mean, I don't know if it's a mentality or whatever. Whenever we do these for free and we're enabling resources, people are not taking it seriously. But when we say, why don't you pay and you come in, and then, they're all attending, and we're seeing almost 90% attendance in these sessions that we're running now. So we said, maybe there is a price to be fixed for it. And once they pay, they come in and we pay that to the student who's handling these sessions. So that's the idea, Siddhant. So if there's any course you think you want extended tutoring during the run of the term itself, to help you. So maybe you've registered for, say, PDSA in September term, and you're probably not too sure on how you're going to be able to learn. Maybe it's a first course for you. Programming itself maybe was okayish, but algorithms, data structures, when it comes in, it gets really, really hectic. So if you want support, you can sign up for this. There'll be a person who's helping you through the week along with 10 of you as a group. So it gives you kind of a chance to do a group study and to also, work with a mentor to clarify all your doubts. So in a live session, one of the complaints we got was, many times I wait in the live session, I don't get a chance to clear my doubt. So that's when we started teaching assistant officers, and we said, you can do one-on-ones with the TAs, you can come into their Gmeets at some point. But again, the uptake for those is really less. It's not being utilized very effectively for what is given. So we are just trying this as another learning intervention, teaching intervention from our side to see maybe there is a section that requires this and will utilize this. So if you don't want it, don't do it. It's only an optional thing. I think today the mails are going out. Yesterday we were just loading this payment pending first. And I think a lot of questions have come up in various forums for us saying, what is this? But I think Sindhuja and team will be sending out the emails regarding the modalities of this today.
Yes, ma'am. I have another question. Means last sem means due to some problem I was not able to do well, but I wanted to repeat the course, but I want to know whether the grades will be means old grades will be retained, or new grades will be replaced if.
So if you passed a course and you want to improve the course, one, the course fees is double the original course fees, and two, we'll take the best of the two grades that you finally get. So if last time you got a C grade and this time you get a B grade, your final transcript will only show B grade. That is one. Last time you got B grade, this time you get a C grade. Of course, we'll retain the last time's grade. So we'll take the best of the two. But in some sense, I would say, unless you really need to improve a course, don't repeat it. Just learn from it. because you have access to the course contents, you have access to the assignments and all that. Just go through the content and kind of learn and focus on the courses that are upcoming, because it is double the fees. Why would you want to waste fees on it and also kind of go through the entire thing? So unless there is a really important reason of why you want to repeat a course, we would really recommend don't do improvement courses. Just focus on moving forward, finishing the program and, learning it on the side so that your concepts are much better. I think that is probably a better way to do it.
Okay, because last time what happened, means I was in final year due to the college projects, I was not able to concentrate on it. So just was not able.
Yeah, I mean,
to
your
do well.
decision at the end of the day. I'm just saying that our recommendations will be, don't spend so much money. You've already passed the course, move forward, learn the topics and go ahead. But if, of course, we have more than 400 students who've asked for improvement courses this term, there are many of them who are doing it. If they want a good transcript, a good CGPA, they're applying abroad, say for higher education, then of course, better grades always work better. So in that case, they are trying to improve. Your decision finally. I mean, it's what purpose you want to do it and how you want to do it.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you. Karthik?
Yeah, two questions. One is
Yeah.
you mentioned about the MLT workshop, right? How would we
Yeah.
continue about that?
Can you? Sorry, I
Like,
didn't get the last part.
how would we know about it? Like, would a mail be sent or would it be somewhere?
Did you have you already completed the MLT course or?
No, I have not. I've just enrolled for diploma.
Okay. So actually the workshop is going on currently. That's why I was a little concerned. On Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, this week, the workshop is going on. So typically once you complete your ML techniques course, for those who have completed the theory course, we send out an email saying that the workshop is coming. In fact, the dates are also always pre-decided. So this time it's happening this weekend. Next time till December 25th, 4th, we have exams, right? We might do it in January 1st week or something like that. That's when we'll be running the workshop. It'll typically be a weekend, maybe with one more day extra, depends on whether they want to do a 4-day or a 3 days or something like that. So we'll send you out emails and WhatsApp reminders to say if you finish the MLT theory, you can participate in this workshop and then you can register for it.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. And
Yeah.
the second question is around the project. So, especially for app dev and other projects as well, the project topics are something which are given to us, or do we have to choose it? Because I mean, even though if we don't select the project, say while we are doing the actual course, is it possible for us to get started like a term earlier, or
With the
is it
theory
something?
course, is it?
Sorry.
With the theory course, is it?
Yeah.
So you have to register for the course separately because to even follow up with you, for us to know that there are so many people who have registered and who are the potential people that we have to plan for in terms of project completion and vivas, we have to know. So the project registration is a separate item when you register for courses during the course registration. So you have to register for the projects to get the problem statement and all, but otherwise too in the grading document, the project statement is already given. You can go through it to get an idea of the project statements that are typically asked and also start working on it as a practice if you want, because for MAD1 and all, if you're doing a project in a particular term, the statement changes from term to term. So depending on which term you're registered to, the statement will change. That's something that you have to keep track of. And the MAD2 project is normally a continuation of the MAD1. So it's also something like whatever you've done here, you'll be doing the front end for that in the MAD2 project. So that's something that's there. But the project statements are available in your grading document, and the project course fees also that we collect is normally valid for a period of 2 terms. So even if you register this term for a project, if you don't complete it, we just carry over the fees and the project to the next term too. So it's valid for a period of 2 terms in which we urge that you complete the project. So in terms of statements, it is already there in the grading document. YouTube has a lot of live sessions that are there about the projects too, where we did orientation and all that. That is something that you can go through and you can start practicing, but depending on when you actively register for the course, your problem statement will change. For instance, the Kaggle contest statement changes every term. The data set they give changes every term. So whichever term you're planning to do it, you have to take the data set and Kaggle contest of that term to actually be able to submit it.
I'm sorry to interject, but did you just say that the project fees is going to be valid for the current term and the next term?
Yeah.
2 terms.
Yeah. So for those who paid in May term, we have just carried forward the projects to the September term at no project fees. If you had paid in January, we had carried forward it to May. So in September, if you've still not finished it, then you pay again now. So basically the project fees we carry over for 2 terms.
Does this reflect to transcript also, progress report?
No, I don't think we do that in the progress card. It will just show the term in which you completed the project. That's all. Yeah, Karthik, any other questions?
No, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you. Rahul, yes.
Ma'am, first of all, I want to tell you, ask you, ma'am, whether, is this a right decision to repeat in the coming terms? After finishing of the diplomas, can we repeat it?
You want to do an improvement course?
Yeah. If I want to do the improvement in some previous level, once I reach the degree level, can I complete the?
You can, but I would say the degree level courses themselves are challenging is the feedback that we are getting, especially DL, AI, the reinforcement learning, the big data courses and all are challenging and taking enough time for students to study. So I would really not say that degree level is going to be easy that you can repeat a diploma level course. But of course, again, like I said, it's always your decision on whether you want to repeat it and for what purpose. If you're doing it for academic transcript to be better to apply abroad, I would say, okay, go for it. But if you're saying for a job, I want to improve my CGPA, I would still say maybe learn your concepts better and be able to ace the interview. And hopefully, if you have the entire degree level with you, which are like 7 + 7, 14 courses and 56 credits, do better in that so that your overall CGPA goes up, and maybe after you do degree level of 7, 8 courses, revisit the diploma courses based on whether you want to repeat it or not. So I would say don't go in immediately, but wait for a term or two of degree level, see how you're progressing there, see how your CGPA, trajectory is, and then you decide on whether you want to repeat diploma. It's double the fees, we ourselves say, why do you pay double the fees?
Yeah, right. That is the big concern. And that's why I'm actually what happened was in between the term, my project was very hectic. The AppDev 1 project I got busy with that, and that's why I was not able to manage. So even though I got S in that project, but then but okay, I'll cover it in the next term. There is one more complaint that I have, ma'am. I don't know whether anybody is facing that issue. In the May term, there was a Django workshop conducted. 4 workshops were conducted from different subjects, but the Django workshop certificate has not been issued to me. Some other person has also complained on the portal, Discourse. Yeah, but nobody has responded there.
Okay, sure.
So,
Sindhuja, I think this is a workshop conducted by Abhishek and all, no? So we just need to check with them on. Do you know any? Do you have an update on that? Certificates for it?
I don't have. I'll check with Abhishek.
Yeah,
Rahul, can I share your email ID? I'll note down and I'll check.
Yeah.
Rahul,
if you can just give Sindhuja your email ID, we'll check with the team and we'll get back.
Yeah, ma'am. Okay. And ma'am, sorry. One more thing was my AppDev 1 project has been completed, but in the portal it is showing AppDev 2 project on the portal. But then when I'm clicking on that, it is I have registered for AppDev 2 in this term. When I'm clicking on that, it is redirecting to AppDev 1 project page. So that is a problem which is coming in the portal right now.
Okay. Sindhuja, for this?
Sorry, Rahul, come again. You can able to see only AppDev 1.
So on the
portal, 2 box is taking him to AppDev 1 project.
Yeah. Even though it's
both the portals say Rahul. In top, you can see the course name. There you have to select AppDev. If you see the top right corner, you can see the course name. Please select that AppDev. If you are enrolled in both the project, it will show you the link is same. Just select the course and
that application that we have developed for AppDev, no, there you have to go and probably select AppDev 2. That application you have access to, right? Where you would have made the submission, done the Viva and all that.
Yeah.
So in that itself is AppDev 2 is also there. It's the same application for both.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, just see whether it works.
Okay.
Otherwise, let us know.
Okay. Right now I am only seeing Mad One only, ma'am. That's the thing. Like I have passed it. That's what
So
is
this
so.
is a new registration you've done for MAT 2 in September, is it?
Yeah.
So Sindhuja, that data have you given Narendra to load? Maybe not, right?
If it is new registration, we are yet to give access.
It's a new registration for September term, you saying.
Yeah, then you will get access today or tomorrow. Rahul?
Okay. Yes, ma'am. Sorry.
Yeah, you'll get access today or tomorrow.
So for the people that we were carrying over forward from Jan or May, I think they all have gotten access because we just changed the status for them. For the new registrations of September for the projects, we are yet to give access. So she's saying before Monday max, we'll be able to give everybody that.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Thanks, Rahul. Bhushan, yes.
Yeah, hello,
Sindhuja, just 1 minute, Bhushan. Sindhuja, can you ask JK to start the degree level? Maybe I'll take.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes. Sindhuja, can you just confirm that to me?
Not audible.
Yeah, your mic is very bad. Can't hear you almost. Yeah, go ahead, Bhushan.
Right. So this is a question regarding the BDM project. So I had registered for it in the last term. I'm carrying forward.
Am I audible now, ma'am?
Yes, Sindhu. Yes.
Degree orientation is 12 o'clock.
Oh, 12 o'clock. Okay.
Yes.
Sorry, I thought it was 11:30. Sorry.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks. Yes, Bhushan. BDM project. Go through.
Yeah. So about the BDM project, I have registered it for the last term. I'm carrying it forward for this term as well. So technically, this is my last term to finish the project, right? What if I have to carry forward in the next term? So it's fine that I can be registered and everything, but can I forward with my same project? That's the question.
Yeah. You can continue with the problem statement for BDM. That is not a problem. But then you would finish all your theory courses and you'll be having just this, is it?
No. So this is my second term in the diploma. It's not
okay,
like
so you're just asking about the project part. So for BDM, the problem statement remains the same. We don't change it after 2 terms. So whatever is your proposal statement, if it's accepted, midterm is on it, end term is on it. It just keeps going in cycles. But I would really recommend finish it off in 2-3 months and be done with the Vivum and don't keep postponing it to.
I'll try my best. It's just that so I'm a working professional, so it makes little hard, like sometimes to get in things. And then there are a lot of rejections because of the rubrics is not followed and all. So what happened is in last term itself that I submitted a proposal that got rejected because the rubrics was not okay. Then I resubmitted, that got accepted. So if it happens again in the midterm, and this will shift the entire thing,
right? That's why I'm saying try it for every month so that you don't miss any months in submission. At least even if you do every level 2 times in 6 months, you can finish it, So at least that's done. So problem statement remains the same, doesn't change. Whatever you have proposed, that's what it is.
Okay. So that's what I wanted to know.
Yeah, sure. Thanks. Narendran?
Very good morning, madam.
Hi, good morning.
Regarding, I have registered for a BDM project this September term. Even after giving my email ID, it says not found. OTP is not
that's
coming.
what we were saying. I think we have not probably Sindhuja, this also we would not have
Yes,
loaded.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
We have shared the sheet. We are ready to give the access in the application.
I couldn't get, ma'am.
So for BDM project, we have a separate application on which we load the students' data. And there is where you submit your proposal, midterm, end term, the feedback comes in there, the marks comes in there, grades come in there. So it is a separate application that we have developed and we are using for BDM also. Same as ABDEV 1, ABDEV 2, we have a separate application again. So apparently the team has not loaded the data yet of the new registrations for the projects of the September term. So we just finished all the theory courses alone yesterday, day before, because we were releasing content. The project is to be done over the weekend. By Monday max, you will get access to that.
Thank you very much, madam.
Yeah, sure. Thanks. Parnika?
Yes, ma'am. Good afternoon. Am I audible?
Yes, good morning.
Ma'am, I just had this one doubt as to where can I go to guidance about the internship after foundation level?
After foundation, we don't have internships typically. The support that the team gives for internships is after you complete one diploma. So there is an industry interaction cell IAC that will reach out to you. So the ops team gives them the list of people who have completed one diploma. We give it to the IAC team and they will reach out to you regarding internships. So internships are technically only after you complete at least one of the two diplomas.
Okay, ma'am. So I'm actually in the second semester of both of the diplomas. I'm doing a mix of both.
Okay.
So this will be after one diploma is completed.
Yeah, at least one you have to complete fully end to end so that we know that you're there.
Okay, ma'am. So will the team reach out to me or?
Yes. Okay. Yeah. So we give the list every term to them, and after that they reach out and say if you want to register with us, do it, and so on.
Okay, that's it. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Maria Paul.
Yeah, ma'am. I just had a doubt. In general, like, are the previous term's course content available to a student after the term is over?
Yeah, always.
Yeah,
the foundation courses must be accessible to you, right?
Yeah, but I actually completed my foundation in 2 terms. So, like, I didn't know that it would be accessible because I started in January and my Jan term courses are not accessible, while the May term courses are accessible.
So, Jan term courses are not accessible now.
Yeah, it's not accessible.
Can you give your email ID in the chat box? Ideally, all terms courses that you have should be accessible.
Actually, it is issue of mail ID, ma'am. She will be getting from Gmail mail ID, so that will be accessible from Gmail. And
I actually tried that. Like in the Gmail, it's if I log in with my personal mail ID, it's shown that account has been deactivated.
Not on the dashboard. That seek URL for the course, right? That will directly give you access to the personal mail ID. See, the first term, if you continue to study with us after qualifying after passing the qualifier exam, you do the entire course with us using your personal email ID. So on Seek, the portal where the course is run, will have only a personal email ID and not the study email ID. So the dashboard, once we give you a program roll number, we deactivate your personal email ID to access the dashboard and the courses on that, right? So the course box that goes to Seek for your first term will be with your personal email ID. Hence, it will not work. What will work is, if you have the URLs of the first 4 courses that you did through your personal email ID, if you go to that URL, seek.iitm.ac.in/something, and log in using your personal Gmail ID, you will get access to all the content.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, thank you. And another thing was that I actually had machine learning techniques this term. So yesterday I received a mail that the course content was released, but the content is not available in the portal.
It's not live, is it yet?
Yeah, even though a mail was received, I checked in with a few students and they were also facing the same issue.
Sindhuja, can you log in?
Yes, which course you are referring to, Maria?
ML
Machine learning techniques.
Okay, I'll check.
ML. Yeah, okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, thanks. Ritik?
Ma'am, what are the available workshops available now to register? I have completed AppDev 1 and registered for AppDev 2. Also, I am taking AppDev 1 project.
Okay, currently we have completed the workshops for the term break. So we had a deep learning workshop and now ML techniques was going on. So those 2 are over. In the coming months, we'll have to see what we are running. There is some R programming workshop that's coming up, I think, that is being planned for. But apart from it, I don't know anything during the term that we are doing. Again, we'll come back in the term break to do some workshops. But in the meantime, the clubs and the houses might be doing something on their own. So there is a coding club and all that. So maybe they are doing something. I do not know about that. It's a student initiative. We'll have to check with that. From the program side, we don't have anything, I think, for the next 2 months because only the coursework is going to go on.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. And just for again, reminder, ma'am, the course calendar I have registered for 3 courses.
Okay.
AppDev 2, MLF, and System Command.
Okay.
And for all 3, the course calendar that I am trying to add to my calendar is of May 2023.
Okay, let me just check that also.
The link is same. Just we need to replace the name. Name alone, it will be replaced. The link is same.
Okay. Link will be same. Okay, ma'am. Thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah, link will be.
We have to change something, is it, Sindhuja?
Yes, ma'am. Term alone we need to change that. I guess for a few courses they are ready to rename it. Well, I'll inform the team.
Yeah, inform the
Link
team.
will be same. Link will be same.
Okay. Debasmit?
Yes, good morning, ma'am.
Hi,
We
good
will
morning.
pay the project fee because for the BDM, I was not able to complete because of work pressure. I want to complete this term. So since the fee was paid 2 terms back, I would like to make the fee payment. How to go about it? Because in the registration.
Yeah, sure. Sindhuja again?
If you are active student of BDM project in May term, your project will be added by default.
No, he paid in Jan, it seems, Sindhuja. So 2 terms are over, but he's not completed.
For BDM, we are accepting from Jan.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yes,
so you
ma'am.
just
First
directly
time,
add
yes,
him
ma'am.
there.
We have added already. They have access for September.
Yeah, I'm able to access, ma'am. I can see that.
Okay.
There's no fee apparently for September.
No fee.
You just finish it.
No fee.
Yes.
Wow. Thank you very much.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
BDM alone, this is applicable.
All right.
Okay. Ajay?
Hello, ma'am. Good morning.
Hi.
Ma'am, actually, I wanted to know whether it's possible to write a makeup exam for an improvement course.
No. If it's an improvement course, you have to repeat the entire course end to end with all assessment components.
Oh, okay, ma'am. Because I registered for the MAD 1 course improvement last term, I was able to write quiz 1 and quiz 2, but because the end term exam.
Oh, that you can do. Okay, you registered for an improvement course last term and you didn't do the end term, right?
Yes, ma'am. Because
yeah, that should have shown up this time, no? For you, it didn't, is it?
No, ma'am. During the course registration, I didn't get that option.
Oh, because we might have calculated the best grade for you and said that the previous is the best grade. Okay, give your roll number to Sindhuja, no? Let me just check with her. How many courses are you doing this time?
I've registered for BA and MLT end term alone.
End term alone. Okay. Give your roll number to Sindhuja and we'll look into this. Normally it should get enabled, but the workflow works that, like I said, right? If you're already doing an improvement, we just take the best grade of the 2 and we put it in. It does not count it as an active course for which you will be getting an I grade, and hence there'll be an end term exam enabled for you for the improvement course. So we'll have to do it as an additional thing. Sindhuja, can you make note of this and we'll just check with ma'am on this?
Okay.
Give your roll number in the chat, Ajay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thanks. Yes, Anu?
Yes, good morning, ma'am.
Morning.
Ma'am, I have done 2 NPTEL courses, and how to get their credits?
So credits for the NPTEL courses are only when you come into the BSc or the BS level. So when you come into the BSc level, then we will show the courses that you've taken from the study email ID that I hope you've used the study email ID to complete those, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, so we will automatically load those courses and we'll say whether you want to enable credit for it. So when you come in for course registration in your BSc level, at that point you will see it. You will not see it in diploma because crediting can happen only in the BSc and BS level.
Okay, I don't need to do anything for
Nothing.
that.
Nothing.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, sure.
Should I send an email to support regarding this, or will the team get
Send
back?
it to me, no? bharti@study.iitm.ac.in.
Okay, ma'am. Sure.
Yeah, so that I can just check this because this is a very unique case. The workflow doesn't handle it. It's something outside the system.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Yeah. Yes, Ritik.
Ma'am, I'm in diploma, so can I do NPTEL courses from student mail ID?
Yeah, you can do it right from foundation. What we say is even from foundation level, you can do NPTEL courses. You just have to use your study email ID so that we can track and trace it when we are doing the course for credit transfer. So you can right away do it in the Jan term itself.
Okay, and if I take some courses and does not complete, so that will affect, means later on, can I do the same course or other course?
In NPTEL?
Yeah.
NPTEL enrollment is free, so you can enroll to how many courses you want. Exam registration alone, you have to pay a fee and write the exam and pass it. So if you're enrolling, not registering for exams, no problem. If you're registering for exams and you probably don't pass, you're absent, no problem. we will show it inside the past courses alone, we'll show in for credit transfer. If you don't want to transfer credit from it also, there is no problem. It's only an option for you all to transfer credit from there. So you can do NPTEL courses, not even transfer credit from it if you don't want.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, sure.
Ma'am, just out of curiosity, like in NPTEL, can we do any courses or the courses that have been suggested only on the portal?
For credit transfer, it's for only courses that we have suggested. For general studying, you can do anything you want. In fact, I would really suggest that all of you should do 5 to 10 courses from NPTEL to at least just expand the scope of your knowledge, domain knowledge, other areas that are being there. Because NPTEL has more than 700 courses we offer every term, right? So it has a lot more variety, a lot more exposure to, for instance, we have a course on quantum computing that we have been running. It's a very nice course to at least know what is quantum computing, even if you don't know the depths of whatever is happening there. In terms of computer science, we have all these parameterized algorithms, randomized algorithms, and different sets that come in there, which we are not doing on our side. So that could be something that you can specialize on. If you want to go in for other things like compilers, discrete math, those are again a variety that is there. Like I said already, Haskell programming, cloud computing using the Google credits also, that is something there. So I would really recommend NPTEL for study purpose, that you'll actually go through 5 to 10 courses. Credit transfer is only 4 credits, but it doesn't matter. But on your resume, you can always say, I did 10 NPTEL courses. I know all of this. I've gone through these at least, when you're going in for internship or interview. It really adds value because finally the certificates you showcase are from the IITs, ISC. It comes with our logo on those certificates. So I would say that is really good.
Yeah, agreed.
I would strongly recommend it. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks. Okay, if you're done with all questions, thank you so much for joining the session today. Hope it was useful. If you have any queries, please write to your discourse. You can write on the course related. You can write to support regarding any operational issues you have. Like I said, sometimes we are flooded on support that we do have a delay in implementing certain things. The last 2 weeks was really, really hectic for the team because we were doing a lot of things in a very, very short span of time. Normally in the May term, we get about, 6 weeks or 7 weeks for us to do the entire processing. But this time we just had 2 weeks to do the processing, and it was a little hectic for us. So we are a little backlogged on the mails, but we've been running Gmeets to sort out all the issues. But yes, there are some lags, like project courses have not been added. Some improvement courses we have not given access. We are sorting all out that today and tomorrow. By Monday, hopefully everything should be under control on our side. But if you still have issues, please write to support, escalate it to us also if you think that it's still been a couple of days and it's urgent that you've not gotten anything, as a reply. And with respect to the projects, I hope all of you have a clear idea, and I'm really, really hoping to see the day when we are going to cross about 5,000 people, at least in degree level, and see all progress in the degree level, completing the projects and moving on from here. In fact, it's very, very, we are at least waiting from our side, very, very excited. There might be 10 students, or I don't know the correct number, but at least 10 students who might be finishing even the BS level in this December 2023. Within 3 years, they are finishing the BS degree itself. The credit requirements on whether we can give them the original certificate is still under debate, because it being a 4-year program, I don't know whether we can issue the original. Provisionals will be given, of course, but there are at least 10 students who will be the first graduating batch, possibly, completing credit requirements in December 2023. So we are really waiting for that, and we are hoping to meet the students, and we are hoping to see many, many more who will complete the BSc, complete the BS, and kind of go in there. So that's something that we are looking forward to from our side. So thanks all. Thanks for joining today, and look forward to meeting you all, interacting with you all whenever possible. And I think we are going to do 2 meetings, one in Calcutta and one in Ahmedabad. Calcutta is going to be on October 3rd, and Ahmedabad we are going to do on October 8th. We are traveling for some other purpose, but we thought we can also meet students there. So we hope if any of you is there, we can also get to meet you in these cities. Otherwise, we'll try to find opportunities definitely to meet up with you. October 8th is Ahmedabad. So I think it will be in IIT Gandhinagar. We are just kind of exploring whether we can get a venue there. So it might be IIT Gandhinagar, not technically Ahmedabad in some sense. But October 3rd evening will be Calcutta. So it's one of the college venues we are trying to identify where we can meet up with students. So yeah, we will do rounds again as we are traveling. We will definitely meet up with you all. So do well. All the best to all of you. Ace your courses, put in all the efforts, make use of all the resources in the program that we are making available to you. And yeah, best of luck again.